What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We've got yet another banger here for you guys. Today we are installing a full 3-inch Catless custom exhaust system onto my Mk1 Audi TT. Now, this has been a long time coming. I've had a 3-inch Catless downpipe on my car for quite a long time, but recently I had to go through emissions, so I had put a 3-inch catalytic converter on the car. That was the last emissions test my car will ever have to go through. So now I'm free to do whatever I want. So we're gonna finally give my car the exhaust that it really deserves, the exhaust that gives this build justice, the exhaust to top this project off. When I'm done with this exhaust system, this car will be the perfect Mk1 Audi TT build in my opinion. For those of you that are new here, I've been modifying and restoring my Mk1 Audi TT and sharing the whole journey on this channel. This car has come a long way in 2 years and is pretty much maxed out for what the stock engine and turbo can handle. The new exhaust system is the final touch for this stage because next we're stepping into a built motor, big turbo, and over 400 horsepower. Stay tuned and hit that subscribe button to watch this thing really level up. I got this 3-inch exhaust off of someone from Facebook Marketplace for just $100 about 2 years ago. First, we'll start by cutting off this rusted out 3-inch to 2.5-inch adapter. The goal here is to have an exhaust system that is 3-inch the entire way through. Now we're jacking up the rear of the car in order to remove the old exhaust system. Once the car was on jacks, I went ahead and removed the exhaust clamp holding the cat to my 3-inch downpipe. This is gonna be going bye-bye. All right, so we got the front clamp off of the downpipe. Now we're just removing the exhaust hanger mounts. We're just gonna take the whole mount out, then we'll swap the mount on the outside and reinstall it. Some of these bolts are looking real crusty. Ooh, oh. They're coming off. 4 for 4. There's one rubber hanger you gotta undo. So here we go. There it goes. Clamp off. It did, but the oxygen sensor is still connected. Your poison. Is that both ends or not? There it goes. Here we go. There we go. God damn. We got no exhaust on the car. Right now it's a 3-inch Catless downpipe, 0 exhaust, so we're gonna see what it sounds like. Woo! Now that I'm looking at Ethan, I think we may be short of some
but about a foot.
We most definitely is. Right here we got a 3-inch resonator. This is like a knockoff of the Vibrant Performance. This is supposed to be really good for the price.
Take a little bit of the pipe right there where it's 3 inches.
It kind of has a bend we need anyway.
I mean, you just cut it right before it.
Oh yeah. So now let's cut right on the oxygen sensor. So now we have a bend. This is gonna be here. We're gonna get like 6 inches of like bender. We need like 6 to 8 inches of 3-inch pipe. Dude, Riley pulled up. Have to get his hands on it. We got our first hanger off. We got 2 more in the back. Then we should be able to swap in the exhaust.
Absolutely.
Make some noise. The neighbors off.
Oh yeah.
All right, Riley got those hangers off. We got them on the new exhaust. The center hanger is on the chassis of the car. I think now we're gonna work to install these 2 hanger brackets, and then we'll try to mate the exhaust up. See what happens. Riley held up the rear of the exhaust while I got the resonator and midsection of the exhaust secured. I used a small jack and a ratchet to get everything in position and hand tight. Then I came back in with the impact gun. Lastly, we secured the rear hangers. find out if she scrapes. There's some drone.
That sounds nice.
I feel it inside my head.
Yeah.
I heard the wastegate pop open.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Just give us like a red line here. Dude, that sounds pretty nice. Nature of it.
A little backfire there.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty sweet.
Alright, dude, I'm having way too much fun right now. This is a problem.
Yeah.
This car is way too much fun.
Yeah.
And especially with, like, dude, another 100 horsepower.
Yeah. Sounds like a car from fucking Need for Speed Underground too. Sounds like that Audi TT. Give us like a red line here. Dude, that sounds pretty nice. Nature of it.
A little backfire. We're running a full bottle of this per tank. 93 octane, $6.30. $60 per half tank, so $120 in fuel for a full tank, plus $35 in additive. Man, $150 to run this thing for a full tank. Just running a little bit of an idle log here. Gonna send an idle log and some polls to VW Holics, see what he thinks about you know, our changes to the system and if we need a new file or not. Just went for my third gear pull and it wasn't happy. We've got injector circuit fault, over boost condition, multiple cylinder misfire, misfires on cylinder 1, 2, 3, injector circuit fault, connection turbocharger, throttle valve, pressure hose, O2 sensor circuit. We got some issues, boys. All right, I've got the battery on the charger. Fairly certain that you know, the injector issues we were having are just because I have a low battery. I've recently discovered that I do have a power draw on the car. My rear plate lights and my dashboard seem to just turn on and off at will. I was told that this could be because of door latch micro switches. As you guys can see, these bolts are new because there's a new micro switch in there. I replaced it on this side and I also replaced it on this side too. The windows drop and seal on both sides just fine. Really all we experience is that this plate light's dead, but this one just comes on randomly all the time. And you can see when I open the door, you guys see how the dashboard just came alive like that? Basically, the dashboard and rear plate lights come on because the car thinks that somebody's getting inside. So what I've deduced here is, I think the latch micro switch in the trunk is bad. I think that the car constantly thinks the trunk is being opened and closed, turning on all my lights, my dashboard, and killing the car. I do have some footage regarding the door micro switches and the door latches. I just didn't think it made for a good video, but if you guys are interested in seeing that, I'll show you guys, you know, the footage I have on the doors, and then I'll do the trunk as well. But yeah, we're gonna leave the car on the charger for a couple hours, then we'll take it for a rip. I think this thing is gonna be just fine. All right, so I charged the car up overnight, took the car for a spin. As you guys can see, I cleared the codes, reran them. All of those electrical codes are gone and we're just left with that O2 sensor, which makes sense because our rear O2 sensor is deleted. So all of our electrical problems were just the car being dead pretty much. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and send the logs I just took over to VW Holics. Yeah, until next time. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to VW Holics. These are the guys that originally tuned my TT last year, and honestly that tune completely woke my car up, making about 290 horsepower now compared to 225 stock. What I really like about VW Holics is that they don't just tune your car once and disappear. I reached out again now that I'm running a full 3-inch exhaust with the rear O2 deleted, and they're already helping me with a fresh file to get everything running perfect and to get that check engine light off of my dashboard. If you've got a VW Audi 1.8T and you want people who actually stick with you after the first tune, help you diagnose issues and help you really sort out your project, definitely check out VW Holics. I have their Facebook page linked below. They are definitely the go-to guys.